The following is a short tutorial on using My Portfolio as a way to collect student work during remote learning. The Portfolio tool offers parents an easy and effective way to collect images and video of student work and put them directly into a portfolio inside of D2L. All of the portfolios are set up based off your class list, so there's no setup on the teacher's end. You just simply have to activate your class, go to Student Tools, and click on Portfolio, and you'll see that your entire class list will be here and ready to go as soon as parents want to start collecting evidence. There are a few settings that you can play with to make it more visual. So as you can see that each of the students in this class has a monster that represents their individual portfolios. To turn that on, you're just going to go to Settings. And in Settings, you're going to click off this one, Use Friendly Funster Avatars as Profile Pictures. If students have profile pictures already, you can just leave it. But if you want to make it really colorful and bright, you can just click on this. Down below, you're going to see evidence approval. And because we're suggesting that parents use the My Device mode at home because it's easiest for them, we're going to turn this on. And what this does is that when someone submits something, whether it be by My Device or class device, it's going to go into an area where you can actually see who's submitted and how many things they've submitted. The reason it's a really good idea to have these turned on is A, you can see what goes in the portfolio and what doesn't. But more importantly, it gives you an opportunity to be alerted when something new is posted and be able to give feedback directly. I'll show what that looks like in a second, but having these two turned on will really help you and save you a lot of time. So once you have these settings set to where you want them, you can just click on Save. This will bring you back to where the portfolio is. And then I'm going to show you what I talked about where we turned on that approve evidence part, because when you go inside of here and click on approve evidence, it's going to show you which students have completed things. So you could see overall there's 3 things I need to see, and these are all coming from one student. And now you'll see in the center column that there's all the evidence that needs to be approved to go into their portfolios. You can also click on the student's name and that will bring them directly to just the ones that they've submitted, so that's nice as well. Now, if you just want to put these in their portfolio and you don't want to comment on them, you can simply go approve all, or you can approve them individually. You'll also notice that there's a setting here that says share all with parents. We do not use a parent portal in DSBN, so you do not need to click on this. Do not worry about parents sharing within this. Because students come in with their username and account, you do not need to worry about the parents getting the sharing permissions because they're going to see what the student sees. All you have to do is approve it. Now, before you approve it, a little suggestion is that if you click on it, you can actually go in and give feedback directly in the box. So you could just write your feedback here, and you could just click add. And there's other options. You could do rubrics or expectations. The one I like though is that they have teacher only feedback. So if you wanted to have a private note in there, say something, a next step or something you wanted to work on, you could put it in there. And again, the parent sharing, don't really worry about that. You can just leave that setting. Down the left-hand side, you're going to see that there's the artifact that they've added. They've titled it. You can actually listen to the audio right within this window. If there's any reflections by the student, they'll go right here. And the other part that you can also do is you can categorize. So by categorizing, what this does is, let's just say this was literacy activity and you wanted to say under writing, you could have any category you want, so it's easy to search down the line. I'll show you what that looks like on the following screen, but you can see that it's now added here as a tag. So if we were to go back now, you're going to see that I have all of these. So I'm just going to go and approve them. I could add feedback, but if I don't need to add feedback, I can just hit approve and then approve. Now you're going to see that I'm all caught up. All my approving is done. So when I go back to class portfolios, you're going to see this one. The evidence collect used to be 4, now it's 7. And when I go in here, this evidence is right inside of a portfolio just for them. And you can see this one has a little tag on it. What that means is that I filtered it. So if I go in here and look at my class filters, I could go under literacy and writing and see only my literacy and writing. So it's a really nice way to just organize within this portfolio. Another nice thing you can do is if you really want, you can spotlight certain pieces of the portfolio, and that will just put them in this spotlighted area at the top. And to get rid of that, you can take it off. And the last one you note is that that is telling you that there was feedback provided. So you can go through and see, oh, I missed giving feedback on this one, and go in and do that. One more thing is that students can add directly to their portfolio right from inside. So if they were on their computer, they could just upload using this button. And when you click on it, you see it links to any file on your computer, your Google Drive, or your Office 365. The majority of which parents will collect will come off of a device just because it's the easiest way, but you can do it through that. So very quickly, you can see that this becomes a very neat portfolio where all of this information is in a secured area and can have feedback. The other thing that's really nice about this is that when you get to the first screen with portfolio, you can see your whole class here, and you can see who has submitted evidence and who hasn't submitted evidence, and it's a really quick and easy way to navigate that. One final thing I want to show you is that if you go back to your home page, you're going to see that we've created a My Portfolio widget. And if you add this to your page by going right to the bottom in the three dots and edit home page and adding this widget, students will be able to come in and one click directly into their portfolio so they can see the work that they've added and they can see the feedback that's been given. So thank you for watching this short tutorial on how to use Portfolio for remote learning.